one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. Got a special guest tonight. If you want to introduce yourself, Kevin?
I am Kevin Caracoli. I'm the village attorney. Seldom make it out here to Wolcott, but certainly welcome the invitation to join you all tonight. And, so,
Thanks for coming out.
I'm happy to be here. Wasn't a bad drive from Oswego here, and don't expect any snow on the way back, so I think we're in good shape.
Kevin and I had some things that we had to talk about, some other DEC things and whatnot we had going on, so I asked him if he wanted to attend our meeting, so he said, great. Ryan, you're up.
Fire calls for last month. I had 28 calls. I answered 20. Assistant Chief Lasher made 1. Assistant Chief Gillett made 1. Assistant Chief Middleton made 6. And Assistant Chief Berber made 6 as well. We had 2 structure fires, 2 MVAs, 10 alarms, 9 hazardous condition, 4 EMS calls. We went mutually 1 time to Savannah. For department hours for last month, we had 193 in fire calls, 82 in meetings, 40 hours in trainings. I did send back all the paperwork for the insurance renewal, so that should be all set. 20 came down. They ended up finding a regulator that was bad on the ladder truck.
Yeah, that was mentioned at the meeting there, yeah.
Preventing it from going into high idle, so that is
The Radio Shack part, right?
Yeah, it was something in there. So that was fixed, so that's all set. Our air packs were flow tested last month, they all passed. And we also sent out 7 bottles for hydro. Yearly truck inspections start next month. They'll be going to Reed's, obviously. And also elections are next month.
What time are the elections, Ryan?
They are, I think they're April 3rd, starting at 7. Dinner before and then meeting to follow.
Do you, are you on a tight schedule tonight, or do you have time for executive later?
I have time for executive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's
Brian.
all I have.
We had a total of 51 calls last month. Majority were self-initiated with the property checks. The rest were all dispatch calls. We did have 1 arrest that was made last week regarding a theft of service in the village. Kevin completed that, and they're still going to be forwarding that paperwork over to the DA's office. And other than that, we had no assist outside the village for February. And everything was okay.
Thanks, Brian. Mr. Breen.
I have a ton. I think we're done plowing, hopefully.
We better knock on some wood. We'll let you know if we have to.
All right. Fair enough.
Can't say that here in town.
Out doing plow damage. Be getting their banners shortly.
Okay. I've got something for you. So we have that project coming through the county where we had the bike racks that we were doing for the park.
Yeah.
So I've got a quote here from Eagle, and then I was talking to Dwayne Wesley from Wesley Concrete about those blind mats, the rib stuff at the end of the handicap ramps there.
All right.
So we're in that project. I believe we're doing 4 of those up by the library. So on each side of Butler, and I think on both sides of New Hartford. So Duke has them. So can you call Duke up in Henrietta and see if they get a quote on those?
Yep.
Just measure the end of the sidewalk that we currently have there, and that'll just kind of give us the idea of what we want. But we got to see how far back it goes. But Dwayne said he would be more than interested in pouring that for us and installing those part of the project. So,
All right.
because as I recall, it was May, the end of May, these had to be done. So in the quote I got from Eagle for the bike racks, 2 of them is $1,670. That's completed. So one will be for the Falls Park and one will be down here in the municipal parking lot.
Okay.
So that's what we have going on there. Other than that, That's all I got for highway, other than, while everybody's here, we got Ed and Chris and Tommy, everybody was involved. We had those 2 digs and everybody worked well and got everything taken care of, and let's keep functioning that way. It's, might have been a little wet and a little muddy, but I got done.
Appreciate the public's understanding. And a great job plowing this year too. I know it was a hell of a winter. And you guys did a heck of a job.
Ask my mailbox.
I don't care about your mailbox. The roads were clear.
Ask my post at the sewer.
Tommy, you got anything for the group?
Everything's running well in sewer. I went in this morning, I say everything was running well, the boiler's down. So we're gonna have somebody look at it, they'll be out in the morning.
Okay.
Pump stations are good, sewer. You want me to wait on this, Chris? While Ryan's here, next year's the bicentennial for Wolcott, Butler, Huron, and Rose. We had a meeting in Butler last week, and what they like to do is do the parade during the Strawberry Fest in 2026.
Well, that's way ahead of where we are.
What's that? Well,
Let's get through
they're,
25 first.
well, Rosa and Lori, they're starting to try to get things worked out, so they'll
Right.
probably be getting a hold of you, Ryan.
Okay.
Well, we'll participate.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, but I just wanted to give you a heads up, so
Well, that is very good advance notice.
there you go. That's all I've got.
Ed?
We pretty much replenished the items used for the repairs made. Ordered a couple other things. The unit to go forward with meter readings arrived. This is the stuff that I put on for the budget meetings that we purchased through ARPA. Everything that was on that list has been purchased. We saved a little bit of money on anthracite, finding a different company. The anthracite came in a little cheaper, but the shipping was like $1,800 cheaper. So I don't know, like we had like $9,000 set aside for ARPA money to get some stuff. So when Frank comes back, I'd like to see what we've spent out of that ARPA money and then make some other purchases with the remaining. If you guys are cool with that. And I'd also like to get 3 sections of split rail fence, the posts with the boards. For the lake plant, I just want 3 posts and 6, whatever the fence parts are called. I'm just tired of everybody driving through the lawn up there and destroying the property. So each corner, I'd like to put a post and fence to keep trailers and tractor trailers, houses from being parked in our front lawn.
I don't have a problem with it. In the rehab and in that grant that we'd also talked about fencing the entire facility.
Yeah, but that would be probably from the building back, right?
You'd have a gate that you'd be going through to get an enter from the driveway.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
So
that was discussed.
right? So I'm just saying because the
Short term? Do what you need to do.
town obviously uses that as a snowplow turnaround,
Oh, well, that could be a problem.
but we'll figure it out when that time comes. I
Okay.
mean, have we gotten any more information from the CPL?
I talked to Eric periodically where we're at, and we're on pace to where we need to be to have it submitted in the right amount of time. That's the process there. Once you have the minorities into it, that comes together, and then, like I said, we weren't anticipating going out to bid until the end of this year. So that's where, and by the time that gets awarded, construction starts in
Right.
26.
Well, we just had to buy another motor for the scraper unit up there, and I mean, we spent just under $500 for everything that we needed to get it squared away, but it'd be nice if all this goes through and we do a little rehab down there.
Well, I believe it's gonna go through, like I said, just take some time to get there, so you definitely got another.
Well, it was another one of those cases that this motor was manufactured in 1952, and we don't build it anymore, so now you have to
Well, we got our money's worth out
fax.
and I bet they don't build it like they used to either.
Probably not, but apparently they don't make 3/4 inch shafts anymore. They're either 5/8 or 7/8. So we had to play around and modify it a little bit to make it work.
Interesting. Okay, well, keep at it. You're doing a good job with it. I see you got your truck back.
We got the truck back. It's in better shape than it was, and should be good for years.
For a year?
Years, I think you said.
I said years, but you know the way I drive it, it could be 6 months.
Keep it washed.
Yeah, go ahead with it. And I got need approval for FW Web quote.
Make a motion to approve FW Web quote 89871735 in the amount of $3,559.45.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Somebody want to come up and grab this? I would like some feedback at the later part of the meeting. So we have 4 renderings of the new Welcome to the Village of Woka signs. So it's different font, different colors. So we'll replace both of them that are coming in from Ridge Road on both ends of the village. Okay. Motion to accept the code enforcement report.
Make a motion to accept the February 2025 code enforcement monthly report. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing for budget scheduled for April 8th at 6:30 PM.
Make a motion to set the public hearing for budget April 8th, 6:30.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Organizational meeting scheduled for April 8th at 6:45.
Make a motion to set the organizational meeting for April 8th at 6:45. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Need a motion for March 10th budget workshop meeting minutes.
It's interesting for them being able to read it and just come in.
You were all correct.
I believe so. I was just double checking. I think we said 11. Yeah, for the budget.
You did all the budget.
Yeah. I make a motion to approve the March 10th budget workshop meeting. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to approve the March 11th regular meeting.
Venus.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Strawberry.
So what do we have? Is this discuss info for the 2025 farmers market?
Yeah, I think she just wanted to make sure the dates were still right and the times.
Yeah, I think the dates and times we had worked out pretty well.
Mhm.
I mean, I know it doesn't cover everybody's schedule. Some get home later from work. But we also have to work within the realm of the vendors and when they're available too, so.
Are you overseeing it again this year, Eva?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if we need to make any adjustments, we can, but I say we stay the course that we did last year
Okay.
at this current time.
Are we gonna advertise that?
Yeah.
In the paper, okay. A couple weeks before it starts out.
Yep.
Okay.
Facility use request, let it rip.
Make a motion to approve Northrop L&B annual egg hunt on April 12th from noon to 2. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to approve the Easter get-together at the fire hall on April 26th from 10 to 5.
Second.
Any further discussion, all in favor?
Make a motion to approve Miss Valeria's studio fire department use on May 3rd for pancake breakfast.
Second.
Any further discussion, all in favor?
Make a motion to approve fire hall use request for a birthday party on March 23rd.
Said a couple days ago. Still need a second though.
Dave second.
Okay, any further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, discuss crosswalk at Falls Park. Well, last year we did discuss that. We originally were going to put one at the bottom of the hill at the mill pond, but then talking with some powers to be, they didn't think that was a good idea. Because it would be there year round, and if you had some slippery conditions or something, you got everybody coming down to the bottom of the hill trying to stop. So that really isn't gonna work very well. My thought was, just in this general discussion, because this is the first I've seen this show up on the agenda, is that probably the best course of action would to have a sidewalk coming from the movie theater side down to the entrance of the park. You know, we already have part of a sidewalk at the first house, and then you have Gallows warehouse there. So at that point, I mean, if that became a pressing issue, we could install a sidewalk there. That way they could park in the parking lot if that was the case, and then come down. And we have a crosswalk up in the parking lot already. So anybody else has got any other ideas, but that's about what came to it. But I don't know if this was, misty for the park or whatever it is, and, but we'll talk more about that later. And
I
then
think the
speaking,
sidewalk is the best idea.
Yeah.
Although we could put a crosswalk at the top of where that would intersect,
Mhm.
right? But it wouldn't be at the bottom of the hill.
no, the bottom of the hill was the legality side we were concerned about.
Yeah. But I think the best thing is to sidewalk down the rest of Oswego Street or Mill Street, whatever you want to call it, right there.
Yeah, that's what I figured would be the best avenue. That way you parked up at the top, you could still walk right down the sidewalk and right to it. Chris had been looking at some of the cut stone, the information for that. Would say it was 75, about one rock was a ton.
Yeah, so $75 a ton. 75 a rock.
Instead of the
That's
post
cheap.
down there.
Mhm.
How many rocks do you want?
It's, to outline
That's
the
a misty
entire
thing.
thing solid is like 435 feet.
So I'd say, how many feet?
Obviously, you don't wanna outline solid, no,
Yeah,
obviously
no.
not.
I'd say you want at least 6 foot in between them at a minimum,
At the very
honestly.
minimum, get the mower in there.
You can use that as a scale too, just enough to have the mower in there. Actually, go a little bit wider, that way you're not wanging the tires off it or something. What else we got here? So, I had talked to and been contacted by Justice Miller. I did a motion, that he would like to hire Janet Pantera for the village court clerk, part-time at $16.50 per hour.
Make a motion to hire Janet Pontera for the village court clerk, part-time at $16.50 per hour.
Second.
Oh, beautiful. Any further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Sure. So, it's
Okay, so I covered the Eagle quote. I need a motion for that. Get a motion to accept the quote from Eagle on the bicycle racks.
Make a motion to accept the Eagle quote 126 for 2 8-slot bicycle ramps, not to exceed $1,670.
Second.
Any further discussion, all in favor?
And that's gonna be part of the grant, correct?
Yes. Pathway,
Yes, pathway grant.
yes. All right. Other than that, I don't have anything else except for executive. So, Misty's absent.
What about this?
We're not there yet. Marshall?
Nothing.
Nothing? Daniel?
Nothing at this time.
Want to update him on the Strawberry Festival though? Meeting yesterday?
Sure.
Vendors?
Yeah.
Vendors and whatnot?
Sure. So last night we had our Strawberry Festival meeting. We've got 80 of the allotted 84 vendors already signed up and paid.
Nice.
Yeah. So
In March.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So I imagine it'll fill up quick. We might have to expand it a little. Mr. Camp has graciously donated his time and finances to the bounce house again for us. So we appreciate that as always. Also, the North Huron Church is going to be doing the strawberry shortcake this year. So that'll be a great help as well. What did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. North Wolcott. Yes, that's what I meant. So I think that's the bulk of it. Am I missing anything? Big headlights.
I covered vendors. Cornhole tournament. So preceding the car show will be on Main Street, parade will come through, and then we'll put the barricades back up, and the Strawberry Committee and all that, along with the village, is doing a cornhole tournament on Main Street from 6 p.m. till, open to 24 teams. So we'll have the brackets all set up, double elimination, so it's, and I believe Pete will have something going on in the park as well.
Pete will have the gazebo with live music from 6 to 9.
Yeah, and then we'll have DJ with music over on Main Street also. So it'll be a fun-filled day for everyone. So whether you're an early riser or late, there should be something for everybody.
Do we get that day off with pay?
Right.
Not that
Gotta
far,
try.
Not that-
You don't cover too many Saturdays anyway, Tommy.
No, I'm here most Saturdays. It's
As rolls eyes.
It's Wednesdays, and tomorrow I'll be at the county all morning, just so you guys know. But I'll be in after.
Dave, got anything for the group?
No, did we make any headway on the speed zone? I know Fran was calling this school.
I haven't heard anything,
No.
any update on it.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything.
So when she gets back, we'll see what she's touched base on. That was all I had.
So, you want to hold that up? To the group? I know you want to do that.
I do? Yeah.
So we passed this around, so you guys looked at it. Which one did you guys like?
One.
Jack was one.
I think it's easiest to read.
Chris?
Hold up again.
One is easiest to read, but I think it should be bolder letters. Which is why I like three better, but you can't read it all.
You gotta have bold, cause
Right.
the other,
Field reading.
nobody, they'll see it, but they won't know what it says.
I like the font in one if you made that all bold.
Maybe the font could be a little darker.
Oh, we can definitely make adjustments. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it's if you could have another road, you'll go.
Ed?
The way that stands on paper with no adjustments, 3. It just seemed like it was easier to read from.
Tommy?
4.
Chris?
4.
Ryan? 3?
If you can all make number 2.
Yeah. You want to get in on this, guys?
Yeah, it's to me it's a toss up between 1 and 3. Maybe if one, again the font's darker.
Okay.
Although I like the strawberry number 3. kind of just stands out as opposed to the cluster.
Is that an apple?
Huh?
Is it an apple?
Oh, it's an apple? Oh, you're talking about strawberries. No, yeah. Okay.
Dave?
I'm on number 4.
Danny? 4.
Yeah, I'm a 4 guy as well, but I do like the apple better in number 3.
Okay.
It's more prevalent.
I was drawn to 4 myself. Marshall?
I like the print on 3 better. I like the color, and the other colors are better, but I like the print better on.
Wait a minute, you're colorblind.
No, I was just gonna say that.
Tell me what you're really seeing.
I like 3 the best, but it's too
It
light.
ain't green. That was a loaded question. All right, well, that's some good feedback.
It'll be neon when it goes up.
Yeah, blinking.
What did you think, Brian? Dwelling on my handicap?
Yeah, Brian, you did that, Brian.
Did he look?
3.
3?
Or Eva.
I don't get an opinion.
You can give us one.
3.
3? Oh, 4 and 3 is tight.
Yeah, it is.
I do like the color scheme of 4, but I think as you're coming in to the village, reading it as you're driving down the road, I think it's just easier to see 3.
If this one I read,
And-
I'm trying to give me high speed on
The
this.
lettering will be reflective.
On all. On any of them.
You're just putting them on Ridge Road.
Yeah, both of them. One got damaged out there by the campground when the tree fell. And then if we were gonna do one, we might as well update them both. And that's, we use some of the ARPA funds for that as well. So it's just a matter of getting the artwork agreed upon, and then, we'll whip them up and we'll get them put up. Okay, so,
What do we decide?
well, you guys ultimately have to be the decision, but it's 3's got to lead by 1.
Maybe you ought to put it out to the public, put it on the website.
Oh,
Let
geez.
'em vote.
Yeah, put it on Facebook. Why not?
I didn't say Facebook.
Interactive voting.
Yeah, we can put a poll up.
You can get a poll on Facebook.
Whatever we decide, we'll go with.
That's the can-do positive attitude.
Put it up and somebody will have a complaint, don't worry.
All right, so nobody has anything else? We'll go into executive. Oh, I can. Chris, got anything for group?
I got a question. A small concern, maybe less small. I noticed that the Falls Park is getting more activity, which is a good sign. When we pull in and you go down that incline there, I think there's probably 2 posts there that are missing.
That's what we're talking about, replacing with the cut
Is that what you're
stone.
talking about? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to take all those out.
That fence outside is not stopping.
Yeah, we want to take all those wooden posts out and put the cut stone down through there.
That's what, okay. I
And
noticed that
if somebody does run into that, that'll get their attention.
That's the only thing. I just noticed that the swing roads in and out of there.
Okay. Jack?
I spoke with Ryan about fire department page on the website, and it's in the works, I guess.
Okay. Appreciate it. Anything else, Ed?
I would love to go into executive for a real quick question.
Okay.
Personnel or contractual?
Personnel.
Comment? Chris? Ryan?
Can we just add a line item onto the fire department use requests for the fire department representative? For who their fire department representative is gonna be?
Say that one more time?
Just a line item on the fire hall use request for who the fire department representative is gonna be,
Okay.
if they're a non-member.
Was that for the breakfast?
Well, for any of them, honestly.
Yeah, so somebody's got to take the lead on it.
Yeah.
They're gonna own it.
I think they volunteered me for the one.
You volunteered yourself.
Oh, you flipping pancakes already? Well, that's a nice thing.
I'll fire you and take.
I got you to flip pancakes. You're the cook.
No? Don't do breakfast. Oh. So, okay, we're going to, executive, both, personnel.
Make a motion to go into executive for personnel, 7:49.
Thanks, everyone. Nice seeing you.